Pangako sayo, mahal kita, mahalima, salama.
You do like so?
Some California love, I've been riding through the city in the Cadillac, getting faded off the Remy. Had a ugly little past, nowadays sitting pretty. I know I made mistakes.
Hey yo, how you doing? It's Rose. As you've seen the title, obviously I'm going to react to being black in the Philippines, the truth. Of course, I've, like you've seen on my channel, I have like a lot of Filipino content. I love that place. I would like to visit one time, but you know, sometimes they say before you visit a place, have to do your research. You don't just go before you do research, right? So as a black person from Uganda, Africa, I'm intrigued. I'm curious. How is it like being black in the Philippines? I want to know. So yeah, I found this video. I was like, I'm going to react to it and give my opinion and actually learn from it and understand and be like, okay, this is what I ought to know. This is what is happening. This is blah, 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 blah. You know, all those things. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button, get notified every time I upload, like, comment, and share. Please recommend something else for me to react to if there's something you want me to check out. So yeah, let's jump straight into the video.
Just gonna go to your target place, then you can say like, oh, asang anda.
Yes, they're speaking Tagalog.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Alan. Welcome to our
thank
plan.
God,
And today we got a
English.
really special video for you guys. It might be a little different from what we usually do, but we do think that you guys might find it interesting and insightful. As we know, white privilege is something that doesn't just exist in the West. It also exists in Asia as well. But one thing's for sure is that the Philippines is definitely on its way to getting better. We are slowly loving our own skin tones and other skin tones as well. And we're really on our way to progress. But knowing that we're still on our way, we thought that it would be interesting to know what it's like to be black in the Philippines.
I want to know what it's like to be black in the Philippines because apart from different races and stuff, being black in a lot of different countries is, should I say, the hardest compared to other races? Probably, yeah. Maybe being black in Africa, then there you won't have a hard time. Actually, not a lot of races have a lot of a hard time while in Africa, honestly. People here are very friendly regardless of your skin tones compared to other places. So I'm curious. You know, okay,
Without further ado, let's get on to the video.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, my name is Echo Abigail from Nigeria. I lived in San Fernando City, La Union, and later moved to Manila City. I stayed in the Philippines for 4 years and 6 months of my life.
Hello po, ako po si Mimi Felicia. I am a Nigerian. I've been in the Philippines for about 14 years now. Yes, that long. I used to stay in Rizal. That's where we're based the first time I came over to the Philippines.
Hello guys, what's up?
Hello.
My name is Paul, African American ako, and I'm from the Philippines. Una po sa lahat, ako po'y naninirahan ngayon dito
I
sa
don't know
Angeles City,
Tagalog.
kung saan po makikita ang matitikman ang napakasarap na sisig sa buong
Please,
Pilipinas.
English.
My name is Abimbola
Oh, there are very many Nigerians.
I'm from Nigeria. I lived in the Philippines, Makati to be precise, for 5 years. Within the 5 years, I also had opportunities to travel around the country, and it was one of the best times of my life.
Ah,
Hi,
wow.
everyone, welcome. My name is Ruth.
Nigeria.
I'm a Nigerian, a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Nursing from one of the universities here in the Philippines. I graduated last year, September 2021. Currently, I live in Dagupan City, Pangasinan. I've stayed in the Philippines for 6 years and still counting.
Why did you move to the Philippines?
My main aim of moving to the Philippines was to study.
I moved to the Philippines because my parents were sent here to the Philippines to work. I was here with my sisters.
Tulad po na sinabi ko, dito na po ako pinanganak.
He's not speaking English.
Pero yun po yung sagot dyan. Ever since 1991, dito na po talaga ako.
Actually, I moved to the Philippines because my ex-boyfriend had an opportunity to come work there. But I also
want to
forced
visit
to
too.
be closer with him. But on the flip side, I was also studying in Makati.
I moved to the Philippines in pursuit of my dream course. And today, I am already a graduate.
Is there anything that culture shocked you here in the Philippines?
I had a lot of culture shocks in the Philippines, but then I'll just be stating one. Filipinos tend to ask you out on a food date to eat out, then you end up being the one to pay for yourself, and sometimes you will even pay for the person that asked you on a date. In my country, it's not so. When I ask you to eat out with me, it practically means I will be paying. But in the Philippines, when someone say, Abigail, let's eat out, it means, Abigail, put your money in your pocket because it's not gonna go for free.
Actually, marami. Kasi honestly, when I first came here, I was so shocked na yung food nila dito di ganun ka-spicy. Kasi in my country, sobrang hili ko sa manghang. Like, laging manghang yung kinakain namin. So when I got here, I saw na walang hanghang and all that. I was like, oh, okay. Actually, marami na akong na-culture shock. Especially given the fact that I'm from Africa and it's Asia. It's a really different world.
Tuloy ko sinabi ko kanina, born and raised po ako
Oh,
dito.
it sucks that a lot of them are
talagang
speaking in Tagalog, so I'm not understanding anything.
Yung mga friends ko na half din, na red din, pure din. Most of my friends here are half, and I'm telling you, lahat po kami talaga dito parang napaka-dugong Pilipino pati kahit na half kami ganyan kasi dugong Pinoy, diba? Gang, gang!
I had a lot of culture shock because I knew nothing about the country. So one thing that I remember so well was the heat, right? Like how sticky and hot it is. I had met
It's hotter than here in
Filipinos.
Africa.
They're always nice and would always say hello to you. The culture shock was how kind and nice the people are. As a foreigner, you feel
that's
really
nice.
welcome. The other culture shock is how Filipinos love rice so much. You know where I come from, we eat rice, but rice with sauce. But you guys just eat ordinary white rice. Like that was always thrilling to me. But today I'm
I also eat
Nigeria
ordinary
and I
white
can
rice.
comfortably eat white rice. I'm not Filipino, just saying.
When I first came to the Philippines, while I was going with a friend to search for an apartment, I saw a pussycat. Immediately I saw that pussycat, I started praying against it. The friend that was taking me around to search for an apartment, he busted out into laughter. And he told me I better get
Superstitions.
pussycats around because it's a norm. They like pussycats. It serves as pets to them. I said, Jesus, in Nigeria, the
Superstitions.
pussycats, you start praying against it because back in Nigeria, it's just like the witches are after you. So when I saw that pussycat, I was like, my village people are after me. And today, I'm used to seeing pussycats everywhere.
No, I saw that one does not apply to me.
So another culture shock, seeing most people smoking cigarettes. Back there in Nigeria, if you are seen with a cigarette, they look at you as someone who is wayward. So when I first came to the Philippines,
people hide. People are
old
not in
people
public. They smoke
smoking,
privately.
I look at them in awe, like, what? What are they doing? Now I'm used to seeing everyone smoke.
Have you ever faced any difficulty?
Hey, a lot of people, when they're smoking, people smoke, yes, not commonly. Drinking is more common than smoking, but people who smoke, you just can't start smoking further. You have to like really take yourself somewhere really, really private and do it, because if you don't, it's a bit like broad to others and a bit, people see it in a whatever way, you know. P.S. I do not smoke, so, and I don't want to be a passive one as well.
Difficulties, struggles, or uncomfortable situations in the Philippines as a black person?
Being a black
Makeup,
person living
hair.
in the Philippines. Yes, Filipinos are nice people. They are almost the nicest.
I'm thinking, let me first answer this question. I've not been there, but I'm just trying to use like, I hope common sense maybe or not. Back then, I don't know if now things are fine, but a lot of people would complain, mostly in Asia, there are not a lot of like products for blacks when it comes to like makeup, like tones, mostly shades of foundation, like the darkest would be like the lightest shade of the black person. So people like my color, melanin, like my people darker than me, you know, you don't have that, you can't get the makeup. Hair, I have dreads right now, so you find that it's hard for you to find a salon that deals in 4C type hair, or like the hairstyles always do. If not, if you find a place is like extremely expensive because it's not so common, it's rare. So a few people ask for it, so there are people that are knowledgeable in that area, and if they're there, they're like very few. So they're going to, it's like if you're demanding for something that's scarce and rare, it's gotta be expensive. That's what I think. I don't know if that's what they're going to say. You can just wear a wig anyway.
People in the whole world, but then there are still the bad ones that will make me as a black person feel less of myself. But in all, I still feel the good part of the Philippines is better than the bad part of the Filipinos. I live with it. I enjoyed all my stay in the Philippines.
Siguro sa education part, kasi back then, there weren't a lot of black people here, and I was like the only black person in the whole school, so it was really hard for me kasi may discrimination, and there's also like the pressure for me to try to fit in. It's always like I always felt like I was different from everyone. Like, it was really crazy, like when I first came here to the Philippines.
Being black in the Philippines po, hindi naman sinasabi ko na mahirap, pero
It's always fixed in Tagalog.
Like people like calling you the N-word or joking you as a, monkey. Nung bata ka, syempre, parang mo biro lang, hindi ka maapektuhan. Katagal lang, some people still make jokes about me. Like, some inside racist joke na sometimes just gonna go to a target place and they can say like, oh, asang anak. Parang napaka-disrespectful din kasi. Alam mo, ginagawa mo sa masayo, ba't ganun ka mag-approach sa akin? Syempre, kung gusto mo respect mo ako para respecting it. Sabi natin, like, we're gonna educate them.
I'm concentrating as if I understand what he's saying. There's some English words anyway.
Listen to you, but sometimes yung ibang tao kasi, kala nila yung mga sinasabi na parang laro lang, parang katuwaan lang. Kahit ano explain mo sa nila, nahihirapan sila i-gets na parang, bakit? Sarili ko to. May sarili akong freedom of speech. Kasi sila yun eh. Tsaka ako kasi di mo tipong nag-hold ng grudge. You gotta educate them, talk to them, and sometimes it's not good to talk bad to other people.
One of the struggles I had as a black woman in the Philippines was making my hair. It was so difficult. It took me like a year to find a Nigerian hairstylist. So that was one. Number two struggle that I had was the food. Filipino food are sweet. For someone that has sweet tooth and loves sweet food, it is not a problem. But a lot of Filipino food, and you guys do a lot of desserts. We don't even do desserts in Nigeria.
I prefer salt to sweet.
So a lot of Filipino food and a lot of Filipino sweets, and I'm like, oh no, there's sugar in this. Uncomfortable situations. I had a taxi man. I was coming from Glorieta and we got stuck in that Makati Avenue traffic. He wanted to pee. I was sitting at the back and he opened the container until I realized he started peeing in the container, and all of the glasses are closed shut, right? God, I felt like, oh my God, somebody is peeing, and I started feeling it in my mouth, like that taste, right? Because it's a small enclosed space. So I just didn't want to like be dramatic about it. I just quickly wind down the glass and then pretended that never happened.
One of the major challenges I face as a foreigner in the Philippines is visa problem. Another struggle most foreigners face here in the Philippines is not having any job to do as a student foreigner in the Philippines. We are not allowed to work, and not working while studying affects us somehow. We depend solely on our sponsor. Any menial job or anything you are doing, that's just on your own. But for you to pay your tuition, the major fees, it's just, we depend solely on our sponsors. And it's really not easy, because sometimes when you are broke, you are completely broke until help comes from above. Another struggle also that I face as a foreigner, and I know most foreigners face that struggle as well, is not being entitled to some things. Before you could get some things in the Philippines as a foreigner, you need to have a Filipino or a Filipina. This is the reason you have most foreigners married to Filipinas.
Now that you've experienced living in the Philippines, have your perceptions changed prior to moving here?
Prior to moving to the Philippines, I was told that Philippines is a poor country, and again, I was told a lot of things that I would have problems speaking or interacting with people. I have to learn
they know
Tagalog
English, right?
And when I got to the Philippines, I found out it's not so. I learned Tagalog in my school, but then it's not a must to speak Tagalog because 70 to 80% of Filipinos speak English. And also, getting to the
I know that
Philippines,
even I've not been there.
Filipinos are not as poor as people portray it to be. The Philippines is doing good for itself.
I really did have a weird perception nung papunta ako dito. Kasi akala ko may snow dito. I don't know why. Pero yun lang naman yung naging perception ko here. Pero I realized na this place is actually an island, tropical, like mainit, like right now. So yeah, that's one of the perception that changed.
Born and raised ako dito, pero hindi magbabago yung pananaw sa Pilipinas na kahit
Alright, speaking in Tagalog, I can't understand you. Everyone struggles everywhere anyway.
Living in the Philippines was one of the amazing moments of my life, and I've been in Nigeria for a year now, and I am complaining about living in Nigeria so badly because there's so many things that the country is still not doing that I had in the Philippines, like constant electricity, good roads, freedom. How safe the Philippines is, that as a woman, as a single Black woman, I could travel by myself and I would not be afraid
Oh, you're
of
now
anything.
single.
But I can't even
Why?
do that in Nigeria. Since I've been back home, people always ask me, so you live in the Philippines, what is it like? And I'm like, the people are amazing. The country is beautiful. It's safe to travel and so
I wanna
much
go.
more.
I wanna
There's just this
go.
comfort already. I didn't believe that I left the Philippines to come back to Nigeria.
Being that it is among the third world country, just like my own country, but my staying in the Philippines have really changed a lot of things about how I see Philippines. I must confess that I love the Philippines. Yeah, why wouldn't I love the Philippines? I mean, they gave me my dream course. Today I'm a graduate, BSN graduate. It is not easy. So yeah, Philippines is just like my second home.
Knowing that you've lived or are still living in the Philippines, what Filipino words or sentences have you picked up along the way?
I've not lived there, but I've picked up words. Pangako sayo, mahal kita, mahalima, salamat, and more.
Mahal kita. Magandang
Yes!
umaga, magandang gabi, magandang hapon. Anong pagalan? Ang pagalan ko.
Ang
Eko
pagalan
Abigail. I
ko,
also learned
Rose.
pera, of course. Pesos.
Pera.
That is the pera that we all need. Walang pasok. Of course, we love that word. I love walang pasok a lot.
No
We
classes.
hate may pasok. I personally hate may pasok.
One that I get a lot is Maganda. Kumusta? Kanan, there's Kalima.
Kumusta?
When you're going around, let's say I get lost, like when you want to approach someone, you have to do it with respect. So they'll usually say ate or kuya. Of course, Maganda,
I know
umaga,
ate and kuya.
charot. My friends uses that a lot. So these are
Charot.
some of the phrases that I can actually remember.
Wapo, maganda, kumusta ka na?
Maganda.
Mabuti. Another word I know, of course, is pera. I can never forget that word.
Pera.
Love that word, pera. Meron, pera. Walang, pera. So these are the few Filipino words
Walang
I can
pera.
say all by heart anytime, any day.
Mi
Lahat
mahal
po, lahat.
kita.
Especially pag sinabi na,
This one
"Kakain
knows.
na."
Has been
Pag sinabi,
speaking it
"Kakain
the
na,"
whole
tuloy
time.
kain. Lagi kong lumalagay niya kasi sarap kumain. O kaya, pag
He
pupunta
knows
sa
many
dagat,
words
kasi
for him.
paninirahan sa Pilipinas, pinakagusto sa natin yung nature. Yung mga tao doon, mga isda, yung mga local. I've been a city person before, pero once you get older, gusto mo na peace. Diba?
As you can see, guys, nagtatagalog naman po ako after 14 years, so not shocked there. But I don't know, the first word siguro I ever got to learn was upuan and salamat. Pero ngayon,
Yeah,
fluent na
salamat.
ako Tagalog. It's a lot of, Filipino words that I'm still trying to learn. So, salamat po if you enjoyed this video.
Yes, I did enjoy it. Salamat. Thank you all for watching. It's not as, I don't know, it's not that bad. Like, the places that are bad are like bad, are like bad. But what I had is not bad. I could even go there tomorrow and just fit right in, right? Okay, probably not, because if you go there alone, you probably, it will be easier if you are with someone, or if you know someone over there, so that you have like a foundation and they can help you out. But imagine just wake up and going on your own. You don't know anyone. You've not gone with anyone. I would suffer, I guess. But that could happen if I went to like the northern part of Uganda. If I didn't want there, okay, it wouldn't be that bad. I guess because I could just get the bus back home. But there, yeah, it would be some, getting used to the environment kind of shit. But other than that, I've not had anything of really, really like big black. Of course, racism is everywhere. It's expected. Like you are, as a black person, you expect it from people are not from a place that's not black people based, in case I should say that. So it's like you have a shield. You expect it. So when it comes in low levels, you're like, not bad. Something you really expect when you're traveling. So it's okay. It's not bad. Thank you very much for watching. I'm really got Rose Basima. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Guys, will start serving. Find out what the visa requirements are to be like there for like 3 months, maybe a month or 2 or 3. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Bye.